Someone retweeted this because I don't sub to him because I don't want to get blocked by all the other pros. Let me know if you think this is normal. He says, ultimately, Edwin Boyette is here fighting me because he began trying to police fandom. I told him several times, you aren't the morality police, you aren't a kindergarten teacher, you aren't internet dad. F off telling adults what to do. His ego wouldn't let him stop. Edwin opened the door to his DMs to listen to fans and their complaints about each other. He got an earful of disgruntled mischief makers claiming to have been harassed. I've seen some of the harassment. You can go on Twitter, you see it. There's no denying it. Edwin's whole countenance changed. He made videos screaming at these people to tolerate it or mute and block. Isn't what you're doing right now harassment? You have 40,000 Twitter followers and 140,000 people on YouTube. You have people who are just going to take part of this and just attack. This just inspired more people to argue with him about the internet victimhood, and so he tried another tactic. Tried to tell adults, stop memeing each other on the internet. He got weirder and weirder, trying to impose speech codes. Didn't you impose speech codes on Nurkish and others? Heaving, moderating, and shame. Didn't you do all these things? I'm not saying if you want to have standards for who you're freely associate with, fine, but don't be hypocritical about it. Is making gay jokes on the table or off the table? Is racism allowed or not? Is making fun of people's religions, is that allowed or not? Because if all those things are allowed, then you can't get mad when other people do it. George, the Greek with the unpronounceable name, and Praetorian, in my opinion, two deeply disturbed individuals, came crying at him with their own stories of abuse by war campaign, and Edwin lost his mind. You can go on war campaigns and watch their videos of them putting dancing dildos in people's faces. Funny? Yeah, of course it's funny. But it's funny for a week. It's not funny for a year. They went after Tim Lim nonstop for a year over absolutely nothing. Even now you see that George and Prey are nobody's victims. They are victimizers looking for trouble. No, that's just not that. The Greek guy with the unpronounceable name, he's just kind of, I don't know. He doesn't want to get involved in this kind of rough and tumble stuff. Just leave him alone. I mean, he's got like a couple hundred subs and you have over 100,000. Come on. Edwin's gargantuan ego. His ego. Oh my God. Couldn't let go of the idea that he could fix all this and create order out of 100,000 strangers on the internet. You talking about your followers? When he failed, he became the butt of jokes, told he was acting like he was using drugs, and yet he continued fighting. See, he's doing here, he's carefully not defaming him. Defamation is a statement of fact, injurious to your reputation. Told he was acting like using drugs. So he's trying to slip into defamation without being held legally liable. But the thing is, he is the nucleus of these injurious falsehoods, and the propagation is his followers. And again, you can make fun of somebody within certain limits, but saying somebody's using meth, well, that's harmful to his reputation, his standing in the community, and his economic interests. If somebody does an internet search for your name, they come up with your name is associated with methamphetamines, well, you're not going to get hired. Ethan knows this and he doesn't care. He's just going ahead with it. That's insane. That's a mark of low character. I'm just going to say it. That's just an evil thing to do. But the thing is, I wanted to read these comments. I wanted to read his thing because I think this is insane. I think this is crazy behavior. And I got this retweet, and then Shitty Web Comics did some video. They're doing a live stream now, and I caught a few minutes of it. And I'm not sure, are they SJWs or who they are? They have their own axe to grind. I don't think they like Comicsgate at all, and they definitely hate Ethan and Richard Meyer. So I don't know. I think they're not really. I think they're just there. I don't know what they're there for. I don't want to judge them and prematurely judge them, but just like the enemy of your enemy is not necessarily your friend. But I read Ethan's tweets. I think this is just insane ramblings of a madman. Here we are. Edwin has lost his principles and is functioning from a hateful lizard brain, operating entirely out of desire for revenge on those who wouldn't allow him to condescend to them. It's sad, it's funny, it's ironic. Just one more weird Comicsgate tale. Okay, like everyone always says, if you wake up, go through the day, and you meet assholes throughout the day, there's just an increased probability that you're the asshole. When EVS has been fighting with dozens of people, yeah, there's an increased probability that EVS is the source of the problems. And then I saw this picture. This is what started it. Edwin, before he started trying to police fans, Edwin after became internet cop. Okay, so I think he was outside, probably just got off work or something with his long hair, and then he got his hair cut because he started jogging. I guess it was in his hair or something. All right, so you've taken an high definition picture outside on Oahu with the bright light, and then you take an indoors internet webcam picture. This is stupid. You're a middle-aged man. You're not supposed to act like this. This is bizarre behavior. I mean, this is what a 12-year-old would do. And if you told me somebody hacked his account, I would almost believe it, because this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. This is not how a father hacks. I mean, a businessman. This is bizarre. And then he's got these people who, because Ethan told them to get mad, they're getting mad. They don't know what they're mad over. Should you be mad at Edwin? No. You shouldn't. You should just leave these people alone. This is craziness. He knows his fans are going to get fired up because they're following him to be entertained. And if he doesn't generate content, he's got to get those clicks and likes. He's got to get those super chats. And, God bless him. Go for it. But not at the expense of selling out your principles. I want to read these tweets because I think it says more about him than it does about the people he's attacking. And his fans, they don't know any better. Most of them don't know any better. A lot of them are just kids who are just, oh, you said somebody's bad. Well, they're bad. It's like the concept of due process is kind of foreign to them. Though if you ask them about it, if you explain it to them, you ask them about lynchings and witch trials, and the feminists say, believe women, you don't need due process, just believe women. They say, well, that's crazy, we all need due process. And you say, well, Ethan has said Edwin is doing all these bad things. Do you want to see facts and evidence? Oh, no, just believe Ethan, because Ethan said it. Well, come on, guys. This is bizarrely childish. So all these people are agreeing with him, and they're just rebroadcasting. I don't know if exactly defamation, but it's close. But it's harassment. There's no need for it. You should be on top of the world writing Cyber Frog Part 2, Rainbow Brute, whatever other projects you have. And I don't understand how someone who is so wildly successful can be this miserable. You're literally a millionaire. You will have $1 million every year for probably the rest of your life. There's no reason to be this bitter and angry. None of this makes sense. Okay, so they're Charlie Manson. All right, cute. His fans are just continuing to defame this guy just because Ethan set the dogs loose. Out of all the people in Comicsgate, Edwin is a really nice guy. He's mature. He's calm. I was thinking about this the other night when I was walking the mutt. Sorry, dog. Who's the guy, the Asian guy with the swords? Oh, the short, chubby Asian guy. I can't remember. Mike Miller. He can be a little bit of a troll. I like him. I like him a lot. I totally believe in free speech, and I believe him expressing his religious viewpoints. That's awesome. I can admit, even though I like him, he can be a little bit of a he has a little fun on the internet. That's fine. But Edwin's not even like that. Edwin's not that kind of guy. He's not a troll. He's not a jerk. And someone was saying earlier, because I have war campaign people who follow my Twitter account, and they're like, oh, I don't like your videos. Okay, I understand. That's fine. But they said something like, Comicsgate is all about something like joking around with people, but it's like giving people shit. Does that include putting dildos in people's faces? Oh yeah, that's what Comicsgate's all about. Well, okay, Comicsgate started with your boy Zach, and ask yourself this: would Zach do what you're doing with the dancing dildos in people's faces? No, it's childish. He wouldn't do it. If Zach wouldn't do it, why are you doing it? Oh, because it's just guys being guys. All right, but some people don't give a shit. And this other guy, this Greek guy with the unpronounceable name, You listen to him just a minute. Clearly, he's a very sensitive soul. I don't mean that in a demeaning way. I mean, we all know people who are, just more, I don't know, sensitive is the only way I can think of it. They have the thinner skin. And he's one of those guys. So what you do with that is you just block him. If you really cannot communicate with him, just block him and move on. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to play rough. Ethan definitely wants to play rough, and a lot of other people do too. They don't care. But he said, this guy was saying, I talked to him on Twitter, that playing rough was part of Comicsgate. Well, no, it wasn't. That's not what Zach started with Comicsgate. It was just, Zach's pretty nice guy. He doesn't attack anyone. I mean, I don't see Zach doing any of the things that War Campaign is doing. And War Campaign, we're just having fun. But yeah, have fun at Gail Simone's expense. CB Spolsky, Dan Slott, Renfamous, all the people who hate Comicsgate. You're attacking people who were in Comicsgate, who still consider themselves aligned with the principles of small independent publishers, free of SJW-isms, free expression, not attacking the customers. You're attacking those people. That's nuts. It doesn't make any sense to me. None of this makes sense. I think this is all... Someone, the shitty webcomics were talking about this, and I think they were going through the same thing. And I guess one of the guys got some psychiatric or psychological experience. He was talking about, he thinks Ethan's bipolar or something like that. And I just read this one tweet, and I thought, oh, well, these shitty webcomics, these guys really have an axe to grind. Ethan's not that bad. And then I read the rest of them. Holy shit, this guy's nuts. This is absolutely nuts. And I talked to him this morning. I didn't talk to him. I talked to him in a live chat. He said, I want to get you on the show. Yeah, okay. Maybe. Like I said, when I get my live streaming capability set up, I have to figure out OBS and whatever the StreamYards and get the microphone and all that kind of crap. I heard people talking about microphones. They're always talking about the Blue Yeti, and it's like this really good microphone for $100 or something. And they say, oh, it's a great microphone. And then you hear people on live streams with a $15 microphone and then a $100 microphone, and you can't tell the difference because I think most people are listening to it on a cheap cell phone, not with a Bluetooth speaker. Anyway, you can go to his Twitter. You can read this stuff. You can go to my Twitter. Like I said, sign up quick because I'm not long for Twitter. They are going to permanently suspend that account probably within 2 months. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, guys. I'll see you on the next episode.